Girl, did you hear that fire John Galliano? Stay tuned. We gotta talk about this. Just stay tuned. Hello dolls, it's Christian, the Plastic Prince, here once again, just to share my opinion on a few current events or whatever. I've been getting a couple messages like, bitch, where have you been? Just been kind of busy with school and stuff like that. So, I decided to take tonight at 1:50 a.m. to do a little video. Well, for those of you who follow fashion and those of you who love fashion, I'm sure you did hear that, I think, maybe it was on Wednesday, because I found out a little late, but on, I'm going to say Wednesday, John Galliano, who is the chief designer for, who was the chief designer for Dior, made some anti-Semitic comments. In other words, he said some things about the Jewish people. Excuse me, I wouldn't want to be, kicked off YouTube for saying something like that. He made some comments outside of a bar. Apparently, he had made some comments like this week, but a video from him doing the same thing in December popped up. And as a result, Dior fired John Galliano. You know what? I'm just going to show you a little bit of what he does. Just hang on a second. Okay. His collections are amazing. He's been with the house since 1996, and ever since then, Dior's name has been synonymous with haute couture. It's just been the be-all, end-all. Before I was into fashion, before I understood what couture was, I was actually quite young. The first couture show I ever saw was by John Galliano for Dior. And I've fallen in love. I patiently await each season's couture collection from him because it's always amazing. I have a love of the Dior look from the 50s. Very tailored waist and full skirts, and the high brow, which of course I wear all the time. But if you look at a 50s Barbie doll, it tends to have the really, really high eyebrow and the very contoured cheeks. If you look one up, as a matter of fact, I'll post a picture of that too. But he tends to give that look to his models, and over the years they've been more and more plastic looking, which I just love. Like, I'm like, oh my god, that's like the epitome of beauty for me. I think that them firing Galliano was a little extreme. Lately, the Jewish comments have been kind of big. Charlie Sheen has lost his freaking mind. What is wrong with him? He's gone nuts. Like, did you guys see him on, what was that? I can't even say. Like, somebody said if you had a video camera in your living room, he was sitting in front of it the other day. But he made all kind of crazy statements, and I'm like, oh my god. First of all, Charlie Sheen looks like he's been on the corner smoking the last crack pipe. Like, I don't know what happened to him, but he looks awful, and he's going on these rants about craziness. And for those of you who don't know, he actually got 2.5 Men canceled, and now he's gonna like sue CBS or something like that. Whatever, but that's beside the point. I have to ask myself, and some people may take this wrong, but if Galliano had said, kill all the, just hang all the black folk, I have to ask myself, would they have taken it as seriously as they're taking these comments? Somebody's not gonna like me for saying that. But I have to ask myself that and be serious about it, because I just don't understand why they felt it was that serious. I mean, come on. This is like firing. This is like firing your quarterback. I don't know anything about sports, but I'm gonna use quarterback because I know that's important. This is like firing your quarterback in the middle of the playoffs. Like, what? Who does that? Galliano is one of the most celebrated designers in the industry right now, in the high fashion industry. One of the most celebrated, and you just fire him. I mean, he has his own line or whatever, but did like yesterday, I think it was today. It was supposed to be today in Paris. The show for his actual line, the John Galliano line, was canceled, and they're supposed to be doing a smaller show just for their buyers or whatever. And Dior decided to go ahead with their planned show, which was supposed to be today in Paris. I guess it went off without a hitch, but I did read an article saying a lot of people were crying, and it was really, really sad, because I didn't find out until yesterday. I was sitting in class, and one of my friends just casually mentioned to me that John Galliano had been fired, and I was like, wait, what? Did you say fired? I just knew that he had, like, I don't know, chopped down the Eiffel Tower or something. Like, I just knew he had done something so drastic. And then they say that he made comments about Jewish people. I have no problem with Jewish people, don't get me wrong, but it's just not that serious. It's just not. He's facing charges that could leave him in jail for 6 months and a $31,000 fine. It's crazy, all because he made a comment. And I saw the video, and it's very obvious in the video that he was plastered to the ceiling. He was so fucked up, drunk. And sources have said that he was pestered into making the comments. So I have to ask myself, was it necessary? Excuse me. Got a little worked up. I was watching a video, and I believe it was from CNN, but someone had interviewed very quickly and briefly the editor of French Vogue, and she said that Dior without Galliano is pitiful. And I agree. You have fired the person who has propelled you into the spotlight. Dior is a well-known house. It always has been a well-known house, and probably will continue to be a well-known house, but you fired John Galliano. And then Karl Lagerfeld had the nerve to say that he was disgusted by his comments. Somebody's not gonna like me for this, but while Karl Lagerfeld is out making comments about what John Galliano is doing, he needs to be figuring out why he's running Chanel into the ground, because they need to fire Karl Lagerfeld. I don't know what direction he has gone in the past few years, but he's trying to keep the classic Chanel image while being edgy, and it's not working. His couture shows look like ready to wear. I don't know what they're going for. I don't know what he's going for. And then he trots out onto the runway like he has put on the last fashion show. No, baby. I was still left hungry after that meal. It didn't do it for me. So, Lagerfeld, stay in your lane, baby. But the number one question for me concerning Dior going forward is, who takes over? Who can you entrust with following up in the footsteps of Galliano? I'm gonna post the both the links to part 1 and part 2 of his spring summer couture collection from this year. I'm gonna post about it. Was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I'll probably post a couple links from some of his past shows just to show his skill or whatever. But I'm just left to wonder, is another house gonna pick him up? And who's gonna take over? What's this mean for his personal line? Just all kind of stuff. I'm just curious. So, yeah, this has been my fashion rant for today. So what I want you guys to do is post your comments below. Let me know what you think. If you follow fashion, let me know what you think about Chanel and some of the other ready-to-wear collections, because I have been looking at them and I'm probably missing a few. Ellie Sapp was pretty good this year. But just post your thoughts, what you think. Do you think it was really necessary for them to fire Galliano for a few drunken comments. I mean, who hasn't made a drunken comment? I know I made plenty of them. Thank God there wasn't video camera around. I probably agree with that too. But just let me know what you think. And until next time, and as always, smooches and deuces.